So this is the third packet for the NoteDroid application. This will be the main screen. We can just talk about this really briefly. So we're going to be creating a table layout, adding icons and adjusting the spacing around those icons. So this is what we want to come up with something similar to this. When you first create it, the default application is going to have something like this: NoteDroid, the title of the application, and hello world. It might be up here. It doesn't matter, but the default activity, what did we call it? The activity NoteDroid XML is just going to be something like this, and we want it to look like this. So here we got to get it from the blank, and we want to create the rows and then do the background color and add text and icons or pictures for the icons. So we'll get this. So to begin, we'll open up the activity NoteDroid XML file, and you're going to add this in. Well, actually, this will be here. What you want to do is remove the text view that comes with it, that hello world, and then we're going to change it to table layout. We're going to add a background in for the color. And then when you do that, you can look at the graphical display button, and it'll show you the color of the background. And then we're going to add 2 table rows, so the 2x2 table. And then we're going to add the first 2 buttons inside the first table. So these 2 buttons will go in the first table: a View Notes button and a New Notes button. Here's the layout height and width, and then the minimum width and height. And then the text is going to go to the strings file, and it's going to a string that's called main View Notes and main New Note. And here are the second set of buttons in the second table row. So it'll be the Preferences button and the View About button. And when we get that text done, if you look at the graphical view, you'll have something similar to this. We haven't added anything into the strings file yet, so it's just going to give you some of the code. It doesn't actually have any of the text yet, which is what we're going to do now. So open up the strings file and create 4 more strings. The 4 names here: View Notes, main View Note, main New Note, main Preferences, main About, and there's the text. And when you do that, you'll get this here. So you'll have the text but no pictures. And it needs to, of course, the formatting, we'll change that later, but the next thing we're going to do is add the icons. So in that folder called I think it's called NoteDroid Resources folder, you're going to take all of the pictures in there and drag them into the Eclipse, into the drawable folder. We've done this several times. So you create a drawable folder, and drag the images into it, and then move the IC launcher from from the drawable HDPI folder, and then delete the rest of the drawable folder, so there's just one drawable folder. And then that's just talking about importing the images. So you'll have something like this: the drawable folder and all the images inside that NoteDroid Resources folder. And now we're going to add the picture for the button. So we're going to add this line. So Android drawable top, drawable View Note 64, and then again the second button, the Preferences button, View Configuration 64, and then again for the New Note and the View About. So you'll be putting in the text for those buttons, and then that will give you this. So what we're going to do now is do the formatting. So we're going to add some spacing to the top here, and then you're also going to do some margins in all of the buttons. So layout margin 10 dp, 15, 10, 15, so margins. And then we're going to do the same, adding the spaces for all of the buttons. These will be a little different for all of them because they're in little different places, but it'll give it a nice look when we're finished. And then just add the same thing, the margins, and the margins for the About button. Now hiding the title, if you don't want the title at the top, open up the NoteDroid Java file and put in this line: request window feature, window.feature no title. That will remove the title when the program is running. If you're having trouble, of course the code auto-completes, so you can just tab, and it will auto-complete the code if you don't type at all. And so we've gone from this to basic layout, to text, to images, and then this, and we've got something very similar to what the layout was that we wanted. So at the end of this, here's of course your strings file, where we added those 4 strings in. So each file was changed to hide the title of the app. That would be the NoteDroid Java. And in the packet you can download your own icons and replace them. And you can change the color of the background as well. Here, so we can change the color of the background of the app as well to something that you would like. That will complete this packet.